All right, let's just jump right in. When you think of the great ancient civilizations, you probably picture them along these massive fertile rivers, right? You know, the Nile, the Tigris, Euphrates. But what if I told you one of the most incredible civilizations in Africa wasn't built next to a river, but on top of one they built themselves, completely underground? Today, we are digging up the unbelievable story of the Garamantes.
I mean, really think about this question for a second. It's the central puzzle that makes their story so mind-blowing. We're talking about the Sahara Desert, one of the most brutal, unforgiving landscapes on the entire planet. Just surviving there is a feat, but building a whole kingdom? That sounds, well, it sounds impossible. So how on earth did they pull it off?
To really get what they accomplished, you got to picture this place. It is a massive, searing expanse of rock and sand. Temperatures are absolutely extreme, and water is everything. It's the most valuable thing in the world. And yet, somehow, right in the middle of all of this, a complex, thriving society literally rose from the dust.
They were the Garamantes. And look, you've definitely heard of the Egyptians. You've heard of the Romans. But the Garamantes? For most of us, they've been just a tiny footnote in the history books. A people who somehow managed to thrive where no one thought possible. Their story was, quite literally, buried under the sands of time.
So, what was their secret weapon? What was the trick? Well, it wasn't magic, and it certainly wasn't a miracle. It was an absolutely astonishing piece of engineering, and the key to their entire existence was hidden right under their feet, a vast resource that was totally invisible to anyone just walking on the surface.
They figured out how to tap into what scientists call fossil water. These are gigantic, ancient underground reservoirs, water that's been trapped for thousands, even millions of years. It's a non-renewable resource, kind of like oil. Now, finding it is one thing, but actually getting that water to the surface, in the middle of the desert, with zero modern tech, that's where their true genius really comes into play.
And this is how they did it. With this incredible system they called a fagara. Now, this isn't just digging a hole in the ground. A fagara is basically an underground aqueduct. They would hand dig these tunnels, sometimes for miles, at a very slight, very precise incline. It was just enough to tap into that deep water and let gravity, and only gravity, do all the work, gently coaxing the water out to their farms and cities. It's brilliant.
And here's the part that just blows my mind. This was all done with human ingenuity alone. No pumps, no electricity, nothing like that. Just an incredibly deep understanding of geology, hydrology, and engineering. Can you imagine the sheer brainpower and skill it took to pull this off, all by hand?
So you see, this technology wasn't just about getting a drink of water. It was the bedrock of their entire civilization. Once you have a steady, reliable source of water in the desert,